Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. Yeah, I was watching some things last night. It prompted my thinking, and what I was watching, there was a question proposed about, well, it was actually a statement that the moon and sun affect our bodies, and I respect the answer given, at least initially, and because I have a lot of respect for ones I watch there, and if I mention and promote someone, I feel obligated when they veer from, I believe in everything about the mathematical God and frequencies that bring us existence wholeheartedly, but and the reason I respect the answer given was because in this system, and I believe that sun and moon don't affect our bodies. He did go on and bring out that especially our attitudes and modes, was mentioned I think once, but attitude he specified. So I got thinking, what do I think about that? So I'll try to go over what I do think about that. I think our behavior needs to be as steady and balanced as possible at all times, for our best benefit. Obviously, things happen. Whoa, you gotta react. Branch falling on your head, you move, just like that. But so started thinking. Well, top of the thing is let's start brainstorming. If you took away the moon, we wouldn't survive. This planet would go out of whack. If you took away the sun, obviously we're gone. So it's vital to this avatar for survival, for one. And so then I had the privilege to be on the Florida coastline during the supermoon, and during that supermoon, it was flooding some streets and houses because the moon's gravitational pull was taking all that heavy ocean water that's so heavy but fluid, and the moon can draw it, at least to my understanding. Supermoon shows that it is the moon doing it. Moon gets bigger, the pull gets stronger. So we're made of all the minerals and elements, and I think the majority in this avatar is a liquid form possessing water, So if I see that ocean getting pulled to an extreme, because the moon, I would not say that the moon has no effect on our body, even in the slightest way. Is it an excuse to be moody and maybe it's embellished? I'm sure people do wrong things in every category of life, and take things that are off and not thinking well, because we're human and that's part of life. But anyways, what bothered me is just later in the comments, this, you can learn this system without all the woo-woo BS. And I got to look to who am I moving forward with in my future. I believe in every bit of these frequencies, what he teaches in his talks. And he's young, maybe he'll learn that, there might be something beyond in that little percentage of frequency that we don't know what all that is in the spiritual sense, in the mental, in the ethers, in the air. I hear often what's in the air. I hear. And anyways, the other thing on that example too, most other things all teach about the abilities we're really set up for. So anyways, there are some I would call a light body where they're just not all burdened down and not heavy, dense, intense, and sheeple and sleeple. There's light bodies who might be able to feel the earth do its little rumble it has, and who can hear. Maybe they'd hear for miles because they've learned how to come to peace with themselves. If we can come to peace with ourselves as an individual, then you can figure out, who do you want to join? Who thinks like me? It's not that important as people make it out. You differ from me. And if they don't go inward and think on your own, you're always looking for the next leader. I think they're so smart, they must know. Let me follow their advice. Yeah. It takes a diversification in your knowledge you take in, or you will be limited. So if I'm looking at all that water, I figure, man, that moon, and I've been out there, you look up and do a little moon gazing, and it'll feel like it altered your mood, and like a hug from the big moon, is it pulling? Now, what do I think's the purpose? I don't know. One thing comes to my mind. Imagine a flat, square sponge, and I lay it in about a 1/4 inch of water, and pull the sponge up, set it on a countertop, wet side down. Will the water get up to the other side? I give it a maybe. Maybe, because it could absorb and it'll get less and less as it gets to the top. It might dampen the whole top, but it'll be wet on the bottom, really soaked. Okay, we have that gravitational pull downward, at least, that it would take over that because it's prominent. And but water's so fluid. So we're made, this earth is made, the universe is made in a way that we need to expand, contract, everything's moving, and got to keep on dancing. So if I was to take that sponge and flip it to the other side, it would even out and wet the whole thing. So I don't know how much water's in our brains, but these pulls that we get from the sources that gravitationally can do that, if it can draw the water oceans, it can take moisture, the wet side, though we got, yes, our body has reasons for fluids to get there, and if all's perfect, but to help that out, we got, I don't know, I'm just brainstorming, literally, but who knows? But we know it's vital to our life. The other thing with the sun, now, I'll go out there and I like to, I think they call it scry or something. You shut your eyes and let the sun, if you relax enough, you'll see like a big eye or a circle, and it'll just send you some beautiful things all through your physicality, no doubt. But that light, makes plants grow. It makes us, helps our own body. So I can do that, and some thoughts might hit me, and I'll have another song in my head for the future. That's what the sun can do. And among obviously everything, many other things. So they affect our body as the law of oneness, that we're all one big frequency, one item of the same source with this consciousness on. There's no doubt effects that we don't understand. And I get it, people worry, people embellish, and you do this, you throw up all the moon stuff, and if people pay attention to it, it's ritualistic or whatever. Well, going to church is ritualistic, doing all the things, your holidays, you can name it. Rituals are beneficial at times. Some people will write down something, an affirmation or something they don't, proclamate it, whatever, burn it, and if you want to be gone with it, that gives you a visual to help move on or set your mental structures free, because it's all about that. Everybody's so scared. Who's God? Who's God? But in real teachings, I don't know. It seems hard to do, hard to get through. But people are growing and learning, but in the to call blanketed every, this without the woo-woo BS. Because even though somebody's, if it's teaching something super helpful, but yet is only got a little drops of poison in it against others, perhaps will be, moving accordingly, and the rest of each day as life goes on. La 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 la, life goes on. But can't fight the moonlight. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, the rituals, they happen in so many ways. And so I don't understand. Didn't follow astrology well and stuff. I've lived pretty limited identity style overall. What I did delve into, I tried to go all the way, went to the caps of the beliefs I was in, but that became a problem eventually. Yeah, I watched somebody, a young girl that she's seeing what I was seeing maybe 20, 30 years back. She's complaining, these Disney movies, this, and I'm seeing it and that, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. The only hitch is, like I was, the only thing I couldn't consider is that written up, made up version of God. I couldn't detach the possibility that that's not how things are. And so I feel for her. She did good information. It's the same things I would have said back then and still do now, but there's two sides to every coin. And so it was interesting. But so yeah, I have differences, even though I agree with everything that he teaches in his frequencies of what God is, the mathematical, what he said about other religions and churches seems, but we're all learning and growing, and yeah, people maybe want to track to what they're doing and maybe think that it's unnecessary. I don't feel the effects of the moon, I don't worry about it, don't think about it. So I usually don't pay attention, full moon or not, and it could be making me different and not know it. Some days you're a little moody or you ache some, so who knows? Don't blame it on something, blame it on yourself, because we got to go inward. We are reflection of ourselves in two ways, outward and in. So I hope someone don't feel chewed out or nothing, because it ain't that. I got to tell it like it is, because moving forward, I have my own brand and things to hold up to, or at least some people. If I feel I resonate with and agree with, if it's not something, I'm using logic and reason with our bodies, mostly water, moon, pools of water. It could be refreshing our organs in our mind and stuff, like a sponge I'm going to help you circulate even while you're not moving for your 8 hours of sleep or whatever. I don't have all those answers, but I got enough answers on the basics to use logic and reason above all else on how I respond, because anyways, our words are important. And we all have, growing to do in those regards. Anyhow, I probably went on a little long, but I hope you guys' day is going well, and I enjoy those that I have time to see on YouTube and things. So appreciate y'all, and until the next time, have a good one.